stream. I'm taking 20 streamers with me.
All these people are horrible. This is why I'm a believer in karma. If you act like a piece of shit, it's gonna come back around.
Yeah, it's just really,
it's just hilarious to watch happen.
It's hilarious. Destiny results from a male-to-male job. That's where the whole thing gives birth. Yes, Destiny's video went him around. Guy.
Okay, buddy.
Nice.
You didn't get. Nice. You didn't get. I sent it to you. You didn't get it.
Good for him. No.
So I get a call from Nick around the time of Destiny's incredible job. Right. Me and Joe, German Joe, had to watch the video to know, to prove it was him. It was him.
For research.
It was him. Yeah, it was him. It was him. It was him. And Joe said that it made him feel very uncomfortable, and he left. No, he actually came back and helped me move.
He's a homophobe. Got it.
Yes, it's totally a homophobe. So I get a call. From Nick. He's like, "Did you hear about the Destiny thing?" I was like, "Yeah, I did." He's like, "There's more to it than that." I said, "What? What's going on?" Well, apparently he sent that video to somebody that got hacked, and there are a lot more videos of him having sex with all sorts of people. So essentially, if this comes out, and it's going to come out. It's going to come out. He's like, I'm washing my hands of him because this falls under like revenge. It's like done. So it was interesting because you know what a big fan he was. So it was like, yeah, I'm done with him. I'm done with it. I will say that I said months before, the guy's got a dark side. The guy's a womanizer. I don't know why anybody would listen to him about relationships or women or anything else or feminism. It was all out there in front of everybody. And they're like, I can't believe Destiny did this with all his moralizing. He literally is the priest in the house. Okay.
It's the surprise Pikachu meme.
So, yeah, get that thing near your mouth every time you fade away. Get that thing real close to you, man. They can't hear you.
You want to deep throat it? Like, fuck.
Yeah, kind of. Chat, is that what you want? You want to be able to hear the huff? Get that. God, I'll buy you. He doesn't even let me
maybe
That's right there, wherever it is. Wherever it's there. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He did it like he did it like he'd done it before. All right? It wasn't like he wasn't tepid, right? But there's a lot of other people in there. So, and especially females. The guys, the original rumor that it was Nick Fuentes that he was because the timeline matched up.
I did see that. I did see the rumors of that. Or
the original rumor. So, this is coming out. So why don't you drop it? And he's like, the victim, the person, doesn't seem to want it out yet. And I haven't spoken to her, haven't vetted her, haven't done anything. But he's like, so many people know this that it's like guaranteed, and enough people hate Destiny it's going to come out. But I can't vet the situation. From what I understand, the victim doesn't want it to come out, and there's probably more victims. It's not just this girl. Her name is Pixie, something like that. She doesn't want to come out. So I said, okay, thanks for the information. I hit up Jeannie. I said, keep your eyes out for it, and that's all I know. That's all I know. You started seeing Destiny getting calls about it. You started seeing glimpses of Twitter about it. So it was like any day. In between that time, this girl Pixie, who's the main victim, and everybody's feeling sorry for her, except me, for two reasons. A, she knew he was a womanizer. B, she put herself out there as, I'm a liberal Twitch streamer, and I was able to do it all on my own without sleeping with Destiny, because everybody knew, this was no secret, that like in order to move up, you had to sleep with Destiny because he had to put you on the show. That
Yeah,
was
the Kamala-
common knowledge.
The Kamala Harris approach. Got it.
Yes,
Cool.
yes, heels up Harris, right? But she's running around telling her, that's one of the reasons she's thoroughly embarrassed, because she was doing Destiny too. Nick even told me about a video where his dad comes out and thanks Destiny, her dad, on how much he appreciates and everything that he's done for her. Yeah, it makes you sick to your stomach, right? So in between this time,
Okay, buddy.
she's telling him she's gonna kill herself and all that other stuff, but has her friends talking about the punishment, the penance of the whole thing, which is of course money. Now Destiny more than likely gets the idea that this is about money; it's not about anything else, and he looks like he should have just paid her immediately, but he's an I can do this guy, and they kept negotiating. So he wasn't negotiating directly with her. She was having her buddies negotiate the penance, but they couldn't get it down. Meanwhile, all these people that hate Destiny's guts have this video. They have these video, not even the video or screenshots or just or evidence of it. Thanks so much, DMK. Getting back. So she's negotiating. She's playing games too. She tells Destiny she's going to kill herself. And basically what it looks like to me, and I can say this without like 90% confidence, she wanted for him to get punished because she's pissed off about her nudes and sex being out there. I don't blame her for that. She is a legitimate victim, but she wanted her cake and eat it too. She wanted not to be found out, but to get paid. You can't do both. You can't be both. And Destiny, if I had to guess, Destiny read it. This is a money grab, right? So he was, at the same time, this other girl, what's her name? Aphrodite or what have you. She plays Jesleen Maskwell, and it appears, although she denied it thoroughly on Turkey Tom, that's basically trying to calm her down, right? She claims that's not what she was doing, but she had just started what was her name? I can't remember. If I see it, then I'll get it right. Erudite, that was her name. That's Destiny's business partner, right? So Destiny's business partner is probably trying to cool her the fuck out and get something negotiated, right?
Sure. Yeah.
There's another guy. His name is Sunday, President Sunday. This guy is the epitome of what you might consider like one of these left-wing Israel hater soy boys. Like Ryan Lampert, if you want to really go far back for a shot, like on steroids, right? He's a Destiny A-logger, and he has this evidence, right? And he hasn't named anybody yet, and what have you. He's got big plans for this, and he doesn't drop it right away. What he wants to do is he wants to rope Nick, like the so-called Destiny Orbers, Tom, potentially Willie Mack, although we haven't seen any evidence of that, and any of his other enemies, Dan Saltman, who eventually does become a bad guy. There's an update in that case. Dan Saltman's the guy.
Okay, so this guy's a heel turn.
Yes, Dan Saltman eventually kind of has a heel turn, but at the time, it really looked like he's trying to kill a couple birds with one stone. Sure. Basically, his enemies. Dan Saltman also went after Twitch. Dan Saltman's pro-Israel. So at the time, it looked like they. As it stands at that point, all Dan Saltman did is tell her to go to court, go get a lawyer. And he said he could recommend one at that time. We'll get to Dan Saltman later. So this guy Sunday, one of our guys from Now Recording, Beckett at Krabs, Beckett versus favorite person in the world, gets wind or knows this guy Sunday, and he gets wind that he's going to try to throw Nick under the bus. So because he sees Nick, Willie, Chud, Tom as these sort of Destiny orbiters, and he knows he can take all them down because they're Ethan Klein supporters. I don't know. It didn't go his way. So Beckett, I guess, sees this, tells Sunday, get Nick in a call, right? And it turns into, like, it's completely obvious that this guy does not care about the victim, even though he goes on and makes this video where he's complete virtue signaling, but it's really about getting even with his perceived enemies. And Beckett actually gets Nick on the phone with this guy Sunday, right? Which he is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like saying that he was intellectually outmatched by Nick. It was like Michael Jordan versus me in a one-on-one. It was ridiculous. So he basically, Nick's concerned at this stage that he's going to put his voice out there, like the first voice you hear in this video, because this guy's already decided to drop the bomb, right? And he basically says to Nick, well, why didn't you come out? It's like, because the victim doesn't want to come out. And then you hear this whole, you can watch it, but he goes, yeah, that's the reason I didn't put it out yet, Nick. And Nick basically gets it to the point, because I guess President Sunday realizes it's bullshit, that the reason our side didn't come out with the whole thing is because that's the rules. If it's the victim's story, it's her. Once she puts it out there, once it's in the ether, and what have you. So he basically, because he's going to put this out. He says he's not, but everybody knows it's coming. And it goes pretty well, because when the video does come out, he drops it. When the video does come out, it doesn't do. Tom doesn't take a lick. Any of our friends don't take any kind of lick. They're not shown as like covering for Destiny or anything else. But he portrays it as Nick has come to beg for forgiveness to President Sunday because he was nervous about the whole thing. And the truth was, and he only played like part of the call. And the truth was, he didn't do it because he realized, wait a minute, if I do drop this video and something happens to her, which he said to Nick and Nick recorded, he thought he was recording Nick, but he didn't know Nick was recording him too. It was one of those moves. Right. And he basically says, this thing could blow up in my face. This girl could actually off herself, which she more than likely never was going to do. By journalistic integrity, she was supposed to keep her mouth shut and protect the victim. This is something this guy would lecture you about. So he drops the video, right? No heat towards Tom, no heat towards Nick. In fact, Nick looks like a goddamn hero because he did the right thing. Sunday looks like a complete blowhard. Get this. Even though this thing is a bombshell, the information is an absolute bombshell. If he crossed 100,000 views, maybe it's today, he does not get the hits you think, but it doesn't matter because it gets spread in the Twitch ether. Destiny's in big trouble and really clearly a psychopath. And I don't know why it wasn't seen before, and I didn't even know this. Destiny apparently, he's been broadcasting his sex life, the intimate details of his sex life, which I didn't know. I knew he banged a lot of chicks, and I knew he mentioned it every so often. But he just keeps he keeps a log of everything, and sometimes films it too. And it turns out there's another girl. He keeps a log of it. He logs every. That's why he's so prepared, and like it's what's kind of amusing about the whole thing is he's like so prepared for the whole thing. It's like the same way he comes to debates. That's how he logs his sex life. So he's out of his mind. He's a complete crazy person. Like he's nuts. And what's more nuts is people actually didn't see this ahead of time. I mean, God, I could go through when I said when Matt was my guy, like, this guy's got a dark side to him. Look at the way he's acting in COVID. He wants everybody to be locked up forever. I mean, look at the way he talks about women.
How that would work.
What? He's been losing left and right. He threw a fit over Trump. He's like my personal favorite.
You do have literally Hitler as
yeah, I know. My personal favorite is him arguing that it was totally constitutional to take Trump off the ballot in California, and the Supreme Court ruled against him 9-0. 9-0. Even the judge that doesn't know can't explain what a woman is, right? Like even they was like, I don't like the precedent of that shit. Not one Supreme Court justice voted yes on that, about taking him off the ballot because he's an insurrectionist. So he's been taking the L after L. There's the whole fireman incident. It's just, I don't know. Like, I've heard about like sociopaths. They always ruin it for themselves. Like they climb a certain height and then they just blow it up for themselves. And then that's what it really looks like. It's a complete and total meltdown. And it was just kind of, he's circling the drain for months. And everybody also, Tommy got Erudite and Pixie mixed up. It was Erudite's dad that thanked Destiny, not Pixie. All right, thanks for the correction, because I did hear that word of mouth. Thank you, Karma Milk, for the help there. What have you? She's probably fucking her too. I mean, come on, really? All these feminists, all these people that lecture you on relationships, on how to behave and consent and boundaries and stuff, who basically lecture people who don't know anything about getting laid. Nobody don't know anything about having relationships. So I want to know, like, no, oh yeah, and then Dan Saltman, Dan Can't Stream, he does a meltdown stream. He was in actually reasonable shape. And people asked him to kind of renounce Destiny, which is like, I don't know, he pretty much has to at this point. He says something to the effect, I'm paraphrasing, that I don't care if you raped a million babies, I'm still going to be his business partner. So Dan Saltman, ironically, is a concentration camp guard. And he's completely open about being that. Like, basically, so we have the victim who's shady. We have the guy who dropped it who's shady. We got Destiny, who's completely insane and shady. We got Ghislaine Maxwell, Erudite, who's shady. Everybody in this, there are no fucking heroes, including the victim. The victim is a legitimate victim, and I hope she gets her bag or her revenge or whatever the she wants. But everybody in this is no goddamn good, and I don't care. I've got a little heat for going after Pixie, but I just don't care. She's a liar to the public. She's clearly not being up. I do believe she was suicide baiting. I don't think there was any chance. As soon as the whole thing dropped it, he's like, I'm suing Destiny, and there's been a police report filed. Destiny, when he finds out a police report is filed, he says this. This is too fucking funny, right? He goes, if I'm going down and going in the offenders registry, I'm taking 20 streamers with me.
All these people are horrible.
Oh God, they're animals. They're telling people.
They all fucking eat.
They're telling you about good government. They're telling you how to live. They're telling you how to treat the opposite sex. It's amazing. It is the ultimate priest in a whorehouse. And I'm always comparing these guys to extreme Christians, and they just never let me down. Ever let me down.
This is why I'm a believer in karma. If you act like a piece of shit, it's going to come back around.
Yeah, it's just really amazing.
And it's just hilarious to watch happen.
It's hilarious. It is hilarious. And the only thing that gets me, as what usually gets me, I don't understand how they don't figure this shit out. It does before anybody. Like, God, like if you saw a priest go into a porno theater, like, wouldn't you say, all right, that guy is not great? So this thing comes out, although there's some nuance to this fucking thing. Tipster actually puts this out. Listen to this. Now, this is after he said he was going to take everybody down.
I mean, yeah, right? I guess if they
want. But I think there is some nuance here, by the way. Go ahead.
Okay.
And it just shows him to be a complete moron and a hypocrite.
I mean, yeah, I guess if they want to think that. I mean, I can't.
But do you see yourself
everybody,
as unstable?
No, of course not. I mean, everybody in esports, being honest, right? I mean, I could sit here and lie to you guys, but I don't give a fuck. I'm too old and I don't care anymore. Like, everybody's gotten pics and more from underage chicks, depending on what you've heard.
So what he's talking about is he's claiming, he's pulling a Yiannopoulos here. Basically, remember when Yiannopoulos said his claim was most gay men usually start as minors and they have their first sexual experience with an adult, which is disgusting, as we all know, and wrong, and the adult should go to jail. Correct. But that's what Milo said that on Drunken Peasants years ago, and it was also his downfall. They painted him as like a support of that kind of stuff. And I didn't take it that way. I thought he was just saying, this is the way it goes. I don't know, I'm not a gay man.
You're just telling it like it is.
Yeah, that's what. So that's kind of what Destiny's doing. He's basically saying everybody's getting underage chicks when he was like, so we're talking about, and here's what I think happened. He's lying and exaggerating too. We're talking about 18, 19, 20-year-old StarCraft players that are probably getting pictures from high school girls, right? That's what more than likely. It is probably one or two.
16, 17, 18, roughly.
Yeah. 16, 17, it's probably like one or two. Still illegal. Still fucked up.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's probably third-hand information to him. So he sits there and he tells Jim, who he's talking to right now, that, and this is years ago, it's like 2017, 2018, because Worski's in this too. So it's probably 2018. So it was probably around the time of Bloodsports. And he actually got eaten alive in Bloodsports. So he puts the dopey right wingers on and gets absolutely rocked by Medicare. So my point is he probably heard the information. I'm sure it did happen. he probably heard the information third hand, but that third hand information turns into everybody's doing it. And I'm not going to lie about it. So it's pretty much the same thing. Milo's overblowing his thing. This guy's overblowing this thing to seem like they're ultra honest. I don't even believe Milo's story. I think he stole it from George Takei, but that's neither here nor there.
In different communities. No. Let me finish.
No, he said it on peasants.
In the esports community, okay, everybody has been involved in that shit, okay, and there have been people that have gone way farther than that.
Do you know people in the esports community?
I'm not. But I'm not going down that road. There's tons of rumors.
No. Wait a minute. If you're saying you have knowledge of a crime and you're not willing to bring it forward,
because he probably doesn't. He probably heard something. Joe StarCraft player. I heard he's getting it, and that girl looked like she was about fucking 16.
Like,
that's probably what it is. If Mediger's right, yeah, he should have went to the police. I'm like, yeah. You just got to lecture you about the blue wall of silence and not tell people when they're getting underage news. I don't even believe his story. I think he's completely lying. I think it's something he would never do now. He's too smart to do this now.
Doesn't that make
you only bring it up if you lose a debate to someone?
No, because it's all fucking.
That was Tonka. Oh my God. Remember that?
Oh.
That was Tonka's voice.
They're saying shit, and I didn't bring this up. JF was the one that originally brought this up. That's the only reason we're talking about this shit. But I'm not going to go. But a lot of it is based on hearsay.
How prolific in esports is it? How many people in esports have pictures of underage girls?
I'm not going to get into that.
Clearly, Mediger doesn't believe him.
No, it's a huge. Listen, like people have been banned from Twitch for making these accusations and shit before. I'm not going down this road. Okay.
But we're not on Twitch. We're on YouTube.
I'm on Twitch right now. I'm always fucking streaming. Man. It's my hustle. What?
But you always go after people and their characters and the.
No, that's not true. No, Andy, that's not true.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It never wasn't true.
Andy, that's absolutely not true. Don't lie to me like that. The only reason this JF started. Okay, just real quick, responding to things like so. A ton of people gotten pics of shit from 15-year-olds. I've never pursued anything, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say like, oh, like 16, 15, 14, or whatever year old. Like there are teenagers.
The caveat in there, it's esports. Normal people don't get naked pictures.
Yeah, sure. Well, normal people don't get pursued by fucking shit because you're fucking normies, dude. Come on. So like, I'm not going to say here.
What? They're normies if you don't get. He's just fucking this up. And like he would never do this. After this debate, Mediger made fun of Destiny every time they were on stream. Yeah, because he destroyed him. I think even Destiny would have told you.
Your definition of not being a normie is child pornography?
Yeah, I know. What are you talking about?
Being a normie is not having like tens of thousands of people that are like constantly watching your every fucking move and like underage chicks hitting you up all the time and like scamming fucking people like hitting you up all the time. Like this shit is fucking crazy, dude.
I'm not denying you guys got to watch out for getting scammed. I don't blame you. I'd be paranoid as shit. But it just surprises me if you're willing to bring the thunder down on people like Jeff. I'm sure you disagree with people like what's his name, Milo Yiannopoulos. All this shit. Do you remember this stream where Milo went on and said, I went to Hollywood parties where they had underage kids, but then he wouldn't name any names. Or when he went in front of an audience and said, I'm willing to talk about Hollywood, and then said, no, I can't. Washington told me I can't. Like, you'd come down on that kind of shit. But
no.
Yeah, that's the same fucking thing. And what he's talking about with Milo, Milo also said that I think it was the guy who made X-Men, Shinger, I think his name was. He claimed that he saw guys that didn't look quite 18 at some of these gay parties, right? I don't know that if I'd have saw that, I'd been like, well, that's fucking weird. Maybe I should get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to go and ID the guy. It's not my job. I'm not a cop. Brian Singer, yeah. They're still making movies. I think he beat it too.
No, I have never come down on that shit. Whoever said that's not true. So I don't know.
You came down on that particular interview.
I came down on Milo advocate.
You know what he did? You know what Destiny did? Because he told this to me when he was when Bovax beat him in a debate.
Didn't Bovax beat him twice?
Yes, he beat him twice. Somebody made a video why that's not true, and he would like, this is the funniest fucking thing ever when they dissected it, and it's not objectively true. I don't know, but now I'm just gonna say, even if I'm wrong, fucking Bovax beat him twice. I'm just sticking to it. And it's been objectively proven true that somebody bought a subjective debate. Yeah, sure. So there's that. So I think what happened was he put them all on there. I was like, I'll take all these right wingers at once. And he probably could have come to Andy and Tonka, but Mediger's a totally different ball of wax.
For underage gay relationships. That's the specific thing.
I don't even think Milo was doing that, but Milo's sociopath too.
I don't know what else he said.
But dude, you just told me that esports has this issue. If you know that shit's going on, shouldn't you say something?
Well, he just did.
Well, people talk about it, but like I don't have the means to go and acquire the evidence to like name names and name victims.
Break
and, like,
Dorito Gate right now, Destiny. Come on.
Let's hear it, dude. This is not my job. Listen.
That was pretty funny. Kite 666. I've never heard of Destiny. Bring it back. Yeah.
I've never heard of Destiny being on the back foot like this.
That's right. We have TTS. Oh, no, you didn't know about this? We have TTS to encourage you guys to do because it goes right to my pocket. Yes, we have TTS now, and the numbers are in German for me, but it will read in English. The numbers are German, so I took a German woman's voice because a German woman's voice in my head all the time. And I might as well associate with money. So yes, there's a lot of changes coming through. TTS is here. TITS is here as well.
Okay, I'm going to be frank. I'm not going to suicide my fucking career to go on some fucking vendetta against a bunch of fucking videos.
During the Destiny debate.
Was Bo Wax wearing a dress during the Destiny debate?
Oh yeah, I heard about that too.
Good question, huh?
Video game guys, okay? This is not my life, all right? Someone else can take up this fucking mantle. It's not my shit, all right?
Okay. You know what? Yeah.
Okay.
We're not gonna make it
So backing up between that and the DDoS thing. Okay,
One last thing, Destiny.
Okay,
So
yeah,
you're willing to let
I do feel bad for Destiny here. You know, he's kind of treating them like they're good faith. They're not, and neither is he. But in this situation, it sounds like he's expecting, like good faith. Get the fuck out of here. You never made this mistake again.
you're willing to let kids get hurt.
No, I didn't say that.
If you know what's going on and you won't do anything,
you're presenting
you're
this,
willing to let kids get hurt.
So you're presenting this view right now that I could go and expose people for sure, and that I could expose
just
victims.
said you
for sure.
had information
I didn't
on
say
it.
that. I said that there is a ton of hearsay about particular people.
I don't think he said hearsay, but I'm sure that's exactly true.
But I don't have logs or proof where I could come and drop bombshells.
Is the hearsay going through communication? Like, is it talk or is it logged and Skype chats or something?
Because he didn't say it was talk. He said it was happening all the time. Full stop.
It's like it would be like ambiguous.
And that's the funny thing is about this is he's doing this, but now it's like I would have listened to this and say this is just the blood sports being blood sports. But now, after he comes out and says, I'm taking down the whole community, now it's okay to drop these bombs. That's why it's funny.
List logs and like tons of different chatter. But like in terms of like, is it actually?
But I actually think as far as him being it's a nothing burger.
True. Like I would have to make an effort to go out and do research to figure out what's true, what's not true.
This is your calling.
It's absolutely not my calling. I'd rather argue about pedophilia and incest and talk about how hot 15-year-olds. I would rather do that shit a million times over before diving into like exposing people on fucking esports. That shit.
Except if you're going to jail, which by the way I don't think you will.
Okay, Riot is way too big a company.
I could be wrong, but who knows?
Yeah.
Hey, have you heard of?
So I'm thinking of taking Tommy. I'm thinking he's talking personal experience. He can't name the names because Destiny's. All right, you said that, not me. I don't know. I don't know. Well, you know what though? I'll be honest. Whenever with Bomax, when everybody gets in big trouble, it always leads to like the P road, a PDF file road.
Every time.
Every time. It really is. I know when I get a lot of hate, I'm in that camp as well. So it's really difficult for me to take seriously because it's so easily thrown around as a Life Ruination thing. All this really was a really stupid thing to say to sound smart, and he walked right into it with Medicare. That's all it was. That's it. That's all it was. Thanks so much. And Vega is here. The man. The myth, the legend, Vega. Where are you? I mean, I wouldn't consider you a normie because you're kind of in it. You're aware, but you do live a normal life and you have a normal sex life, and you don't have to tell everybody who you're having sex with. Where are you at with this, Vega?
Oh, with this?
Yeah.
Man, I think if I have the facts straight, I came in here to be like, "What's up, Jeff? What's up, bitch?"
All right, go with
my bad. Yeah, I ain't seen this motherfucker forever, bro.
Yeah, I know,
Welcome
right?
back, dog. Yeah, dude. That was great seeing you. Anyway, as far as this, I had like multiple stories, and then watching this, I was like on and off watching this. But if I get it right, if I have my facts right, it's Destiny recorded this girl with or without her consent. I don't remember.
Without her consent.
So she didn't know she was getting recorded?
I don't know that for sure. I haven't ironed that out, but she didn't have any consent to deliver it. I'm not sure if she knows. I'm not sure if that. Somebody wants to call in and correct me on that, it'd be fine.
Because that would be crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let's just say she got the consent, and then he shared it with some girl that was like some chick he was trying to bang, and then he shared that video with that chick, and then that chick leaked it, or dude, whoever it was, right?
Yeah. And she leaked it or got hacked. I don't know which is which. It really doesn't matter. She got hacked. She got leaked it. He shared it with somebody that she didn't intend to share it for. So she's like a legit victim of this stuff.
I was gonna say if Destiny got hacked, I mean, dog, if you guys want to record each other fucking and doing all that stuff,
sure,
it's on a drive somewhere and you get hacked and it gets leaked. I mean, whose fault is that?
Well,
really?
no, Destiny
You know what I mean?
didn't get hacked. The person he shared it with got hacked.
Yeah, so he's in the wrong for sure.
Yes, he's in the wrong for sure. Just want to make that.
So I'm thinking, in my opinion, anyway. I mean, shit happens, but she got to get paid. Something has to happen.
I hope so. She tried.
Something had to happen. Yeah.
She tried to keep it off the books, but this guy, President Sunday, I don't know if you listened, just dropped it because she was so wanted to get back at Destiny, probably because he's not pro-Palestine. And this is what it all comes down to. So everybody is lousy, low life as you could possibly imagine in this situation. Every single person. And I don't think too much of Pixie either. I'll be honest with you. You know.
Right.
Jack B donated
here we go.
$5. Vega exists. Tommy, did you know that Vega is a badass army guy that has lots of sex?
What the fuck?
Hey guys, Vega gets tons of pussy.
It was the best thing I ever did.
All right, appreciate you. Whoever that was. Okay.
So there's two girls. Chat saying 2 girls so far.
There's 2
Pixie
girls.
consented. Yeah, Pixie consented to recording, but not sharing.
Not sharing. But hers is audio, if I'm not mistaken. But it's like heavily sexual audio, and he shared that as well.
Yeah, Cherry apparently did not know and did not consent.
I really feel for the guy with the dick. Like if he were to come out and get exposed.
Oh, that's right.
He's not trying to collect money. I think he's taking one for the team, and maybe we'll just let nobody find out about that.
He could have avoided this with a Pornhub.
The BJ guy. He's like, oh man, you imagine you're that guy, the guy that started it all. Like it's your dick, right? And like this whole thing is developed, and you've seen your dick everywhere, but nobody knows it's your dick. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.